Good afternoon. Today we're going to make some stew. I love it. We're going to do it in the quick cooker. It is the most tender cut of meat. I think is this chuck roast. So that's what I've got. Right now I'm just chopping it up into bite-sized pieces. And I'm going to sear it before I throw everything in there. So I've got my flour, salt, and pepper mixed up in a bowl here, and it's ready to go. So I'm just going to put my meat in the flour mixture, and I will I'm going to trim off some of this fat. Don't need all of it, but some of it's good. You don't want to just strip this roast of fat. You want it to have flavor and you want it to be tender. Alright, so I have my meat chopped up and I'm just trying to coat it with the flour. Flour, salt, and pepper, and I'm going to put all of the flour in there because I'm trying to create a roux. I'm not sure if I have enough oil. I'll put a little bit more. So, we're going to sear the meat. I'll let it heat up for 5 minutes. All right. Gonna let it brown. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and chop my onions up. This was a very strange onion. It was kind of in 2 pieces. So I don't want real tiny chunks of onion. I like them to be a little substantial. I'm gonna go ahead and put my onions in there. I like for them to get a little bit brown as well. Okay, so I heated this up for about 5 minutes while I chopped my meat, and now I've cooked it for 10 minutes on sear. And you can see it's starting to get brown. I'm gonna give it the rest of this 5 minutes because I want the flavor of that flour and oil in with my soup mix. Okay, so the beeper went off. It's been 20 minutes. I've got 1 minute left to go. It's getting nice and brown. So, I think the 20 minutes is good. Now, what I have to do is add the rest of my ingredients. I've got onion soup mix. gives it a really good flavor. I've got beef broth. I need 2 cups. Plenty of juice. I think that's about right. I need to put my carrots in. Don't forget the carrots. They're good for your eyes. Oh my gosh. I should just cut it off. All right. Now I have a little less than a pound of carrots. A little more than 2 cups of broth, beef broth. A large onion. Onion soup mix. That's it. I'm going to make mashed potatoes for them to eat with, for us to eat with. All right. Turn your lid until it's closed. And now I'm going to set it to beef and pork. All right. I'm going to hit time because I want to increase the amount of time. They put 35 minutes, but I like it very tender. So I'm putting it on 70 minutes. Make sure my button is down. Start. All right, let's see how this works. Hopefully it works. This is not in properly. Let's turn backwards. Okay, I think that's right. Yes. All right. So I'm gonna let it go for 70 minutes and I'll come back when it's time to make some mashed potatoes. Okay, so peeling potatoes and now I'm chopping potatoes, and I'm going to use this 3-quart microwave cooker. And I tell you what, I love that cooker. I love making rice in it. It's just so darn easy. It doesn't boil over and make a mess. Doesn't overcook. Okay, so I have my potatoes chopped. I used 4 good-sized potatoes. I'm going to barely cover them with water. I wish you could see on here. There's not too much in my container. That leaves it room to boil. Put the lid on, snap it into place, microwave. All right, I'll set it for 15 minutes. I think it takes 12 minutes to boil rice. I figure it might take a few more minutes to boil some potatoes. And I'll come back to you. Okay, we have a new product in Pampered Chef, and it is an amazing piece of equipment. It is, as you can see, a blender, mixer, it It is also an immersion blender. It is also a food processor. It is battery operated. It comes with 2 batteries and a charger, and you never have to worry about running out of juice when you need it the most. So we're going to use this to make our mashed potatoes, and a little bit later I'm going to use the food processor that it attaches to make my pie pastry. I will show you. This comes off, and then it goes right on top of the food processor, or right on top of the immersion blender, and it's just ready to go. So, like, this is perfect. And so as soon as the potatoes are ready, I'll come back and we'll play with this new piece of equipment. Okay, so my potatoes are done. They're fork tender. I can just take this lid off because I'm going to want to use it again. I'm going to strain my potatoes. I don't want any of this juice left in there to make them runny. It's fogging my glasses. Alright, perfect. So I'm going to pour these into my new bowl. This is a fall product, and this is a plastic bowl that's going to be safe for your hand mixer. You don't want to use the hand mixer on glass at all. Now I have just a small batch of mashed potatoes. So I want about a quarter, two tablespoons of cream cheese. I want about a third of a cup of butter. I'm going to want some salt and pepper. I want a little bit of milk. Might want more. I want to salt these potatoes. Potatoes soak up a lot of salt. And now we're going to mix. So, push in this button. Plenty powerful enough to make mashed potatoes. Alright, these are looking good. Okay, so I think dinner is ready. My potatoes, I reheated. I want to cancel the warm setting here. Take the lid off. It's going to be tender and juicy. Ah, it's beautiful. The gravy looks wonderful. It's nice and thick. This is going to feed us today and tomorrow. So, perfect. So I'm going to fix a plate and try it. Ah, look at that, y'all. It smells so good. Smells so good. The meat is nice and tender. You can cut it with a fork. The potatoes are creamy. That's really good. A little bit of salt and pepper. And that is just wonderful. This pressure cooker is amazing. All right, so I'll see y'all next time.